What's good YouTube, Akil here, back with another video, and today I want to share some sales from Poshmark with you guys just from over the past couple of weeks. I'm trying to put these Poshmark sale videos and these eBay sale videos at least once a week just so you guys know what's selling out there, and these are like the last 10 or 11 sales from the last 2 weeks. So if you guys haven't already, make sure that you guys hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and without further ado, let's get into it. Alright y'all, so we starting things off with this pair of Anu hiking boots, and these were in really good condition. I picked these up maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I put them up in my Poshmark closet about 2 weeks ago, and they sold fairly quickly once I posted them up. I think I had them originally listed for 39 bucks and they just sold for my original asking price, so that was really good. Usually I'm always taking offers on stuff that sells on Poshmark. I don't typically send offers out, but I'm usually always accepting offers anytime an item sells, and this one actually sold for my full asking price, so definitely happy about that. And I think I spent maybe 6 or 7 bucks on these shoes. Next up, we got this pair of Taboo New York dress shoes, and these were actually Gravati Per. I'm guessing this was more like a higher end or like a premium line of Taboo New York. These actually sold for 43 bucks. I was hoping that they would bring in a little more profit, only because Taboo New York is a pretty decent brand, but as you guys know, most people aren't going to offices and stuff like that. A lot of people are still working from home, or just primarily just not wearing dress shoes and stuff like that as they used to. I used to pick up a lot of like Taboo New York, Meslin, Allen Edmonds, a lot of like high-end dress shoes that would bring in a decent amount of profit. And lately they still sell, but it either takes a really long time or it doesn't sell for as much as it usually used to. So for that reason, I'm still gonna pick them up if I can find decent brands, but I was expecting to get at least maybe 70 or 80 bucks for these shoes, so it is what it is. Next up, we got a pair of Keen waterproof hiking sandals, and I always pick these up anytime I can find them. These were in really good condition, in a size 7 for women, and they sold for 29 bucks. I think I spent maybe 5 or 6 bucks on these, and these sold really quickly. As soon as I put them up on Poshmark, they sold probably within like 2 or 3 days. And for those of you that don't know, I use Hammock to actually cross list. So that's basically just my virtual assistant that basically cross lists every item that I put onto eBay. All I'm really doing is working on eBay, and I of course share my Poshmark closet, but once my item goes onto eBay, the virtual assistant cross lists those items straight from eBay, basically copy and paste my all the details and description, and they put it on there. So if you guys are interested in using Hammock, or if you guys just want to learn more about the actual platform, check that link in the description, and it gives you guys a coupon code Dapper25, and you guys get $25 in Hammock credit if you guys want to try it out. So next up is this belt, and I think I spent $1 on this belt. The brand on this one was Pierce the Veil. Definitely not familiar with this one at all. I'm guessing it's more like a gothic type of brand. I'm not really sure, but like I said, this one sold for 20 bucks. Well, it sold for 19 bucks. I had 2 of these belts, and one of them sold on eBay and the other one sold on Poshmark. And usually some of these little accessories, I'm expecting it to sell on eBay, but when this one sold on Poshmark, it was definitely a nice surprise. And this one took a while to sell. I probably wouldn't pick this brand up again if I seen it. This one took like maybe 4 or 5 months for this one to sell. So even though it was a decent turnaround in terms of bringing in some profit, this one just took way too long. So I'll probably pass the next time I see it. Next up, we got a pair of Vapor Max, and these were pretty beat up. I'm not gonna lie. When I seen these were really dirty. Threw them in the washing machine because that's typically how I try to clean any type of shoe that has a mesh upper, and I tried to scrub it a little bit, and I actually was able to clean them just a little bit, but they just didn't turn out as good as I thought they would. So ended up selling these for 50 bucks. I think I was originally asking 59 bucks for these, and I got a best offer of 50, and I just went ahead and accepted it, and I think I spent 15 bucks on these. So definitely a decent amount of profit. And if I came across another pair of these Vapor Max in a similar condition, I probably still would grab them up, only because I was able to practically double up my money in terms of profit. But Vapor Max and stuff like that, even if it's super dirty, somebody out there will definitely still want it. Keeping things going with the shoes, we got a pair of Ultra running shoes, and I love selling this brand because it usually brings in a decent amount of profit. This one in particular sold for a little less than I was expecting. Sold for 40 bucks, and I was hoping it would sell for at least 60, but like I always tell you guys, you can't really necessarily dictate the market. Sometimes prices go down, prices go up, and I'm guessing this brand probably isn't selling for as much as it used to, but I was still able to get 40 bucks for these. And at the end of the day, I think I spent maybe 7 or 8 bucks on these shoes, so it's still a decent amount of profit for me. So I'm gonna keep it going with the shoes. Got a pair of Sorel Mckenzie wool slippers, and when I seen these, I instantly knew I had to grab these up because I love selling Sorel. That brand always usually just always brings in a decent amount of profit. I usually always sell their stuff for at least 50 bucks, especially their snow boots. Sometimes I get maybe 100 or 120 depending on the condition. And this was a pair of slippers, and these sold for 59 bucks. Once again, that was my full asking price, and they just went ahead and bought it. So definitely happy with this sale. And I think I spent $5 on this one, and it took about 2 weeks for these to sell. So I wasn't expecting these to sell at least until maybe later on in the fall or winter, but people are picking up these like fall and winter stuff now. So if you guys can find it for a good deal, definitely grab it up. Next up, we got a pair of Adidas Ultra Boost 20s, and these were in really good condition. I actually picked these up, and I actually thought I was going to keep these for myself. But as you guys know, I always say like I'm keeping something for the personal. I'm going to hold on to this for a while. And this was sitting in my closet, but I literally never wore it. And the main reason why I never wore it was because when I bought it, it was missing the shoelaces, and I intended to just buy some new laces for it, but never got around to doing that. So decided to list these for 79 bucks, and they sold for 70. I probably would have been able to get a lot more profit for these if I actually just went ahead and bought some laces for them. But as I told you guys in a previous video, my goal is to literally list 10 items every single day, no matter what. I'm literally trying to make sure I get it done. And for whatever reason, if I can't get it done, I'll make sure I list 20 the next day. So these shoes, I just went ahead and I listed them. Didn't want to wait for any shoelaces or anything like that. And it still brought in a decent amount of profit because I spent 20 bucks on these shoes and they sold for 70, so I'm alright with that. Next up, we got a pair of Nike Epic Reacts in this Oreo colorway. Really dope shoe in my opinion. I picked these up and I was hoping my wife would like these, but these were just a little too small for her. They kind of run kind of small. So if you guys pick these shoes up, and I know we always get those random questions, people ask us how these fit. Well, just in case anyone asks you about how Epic React fits, they usually do fit a little smaller. So for that reason, ended up selling these for 45 bucks. Only spent $5 on these shoes, so definitely a nice turnaround. It took about a month for these to sell, so decent timing for me. And next up, got a pair of these Doc Marten industrial steel toe boots, and this was like a tricky size. This was a size, I believe it was a size 8 in women. Went ahead and I listed this one on eBay and on Poshmark. This one took maybe 2 to 3 months to sell. Definitely took way longer than I was expecting, but it sold on Poshmark for 80 bucks, so I was definitely happy with that, because with Poshmark stuff, usually anytime it gets past 50 bucks, you know, it usually sits on Poshmark, or it might not even sell on that platform for that matter. I usually sell like cheaper items on that platform, but this one sold. I got a good offer and I went ahead and accepted it. And like I said, it took a while for it to sell, but anytime I find Doc Martens, even if they're beat up or even if they're, you know, not in the best condition, I usually still grab them up because they still sell for a decent amount of profit either way. Alright y'all, that's all I have for today's video. So if you guys enjoyed that one, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, don't forget to hit that first link in the description. My wife and I just started our very own wine company, so if you guys are interested in some fine wine, definitely hit that first link in the description, check it out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
For the winner, cause you felt like you was losing, only for the winner. Move just to keep from cooling, like only for the winner, only for the winner, only for the winner. Boy, my heart is cold, and I'm too cool to sweat it. I should've never offered it. I'm tight and now I'm off this shit. You should wanna be a real one. Earn the bases hard, I still won. Tired of wasting time. But you is on my mind. Ban me from the music. Damn, that's Coldplay when I know that you pursued it. This track is going local on expressing how I feel. Shoots in my portfolio, that's how I keep it real. I just wanna go because I know we wasting time. It's so hard, moving on incline. I move forward, you hit rewind. But you should, I don't know. Like, why'd you let me go? I'm speechless, so my arms tight and I'm sleeveless. It's like fuck with a winner, cause you feel like you was losing, only for the winner. Move just to keep from cooling, like only for the winner, only for the winner, only for the winner. Boy, my heart is cold, and I'm too cool to sweat it. Fuck with a winner, cause you feel like you was losing, only for the winner. Move just to keep from cooling, like only for the winner, only for the winner, only for the winner. Boy, my heart is cold, and I'm too cool to sweat it. Built these walls up, now you knocking me, but yet you trespass on my property. The 8 ball in this game of pool. I'm too used to playing it cool.